In India, a scam involving pilots and government officials has the country questioning if it's safe to fly the Indian skies. There have been more than a dozen arrests, including government officials, middlemen, pilots, and co-pilots. It all began with an improper landing by a captain on Indigo Airlines. Investigators looked into her credentials and allege she did not pass the exam that allows her to captain an aircraft. Instead, someone had forged her results.
We found that there were around seven pilots who had obtained this ATPL license on the basis of forged documents.
Police also arrested 3 co-pilots, many who are already working in the cockpits of India's airlines. Now the government is combing through thousands of licenses to see if any more forgeries exist. At a popular flying school outside Delhi, retired Army captain and chief flying school instructor Rajiv Bala says despite the revelations, the public should not be scared to fly. He says no pilot in India can get in the cockpit of a commercial plane without years of training and competency tests, including tests by the airline that hires them.
They're absolutely trained pilots.
They're not putting the public in danger.
They're not putting the public in danger. However, the procedure of acquiring that license by the forged means is wrong, but they are not dangerous.
Which brings in the issue of corruption. 3 officials in the government agency that issues commercial pilots' licenses have also been arrested, including a worker in the processing department.
He was arrested for taking money for ensuring that the files move smoothly.
Bribes.
For taking money.
Why won't you call it bribes? That is what it is, isn't it? He was pushing the papers forward.
Yeah, he was paid.
This is the latest in a long list of government corruption scandals that have hit this nation recently. Everything from the sports ministry to the telecommunications and aviation industries are now under scrutiny. And everyone here is fed up. So hundreds of people have been gathering each day to try and get the government to do something.
We got the most honest Prime Minister heading the most corrupt government ever in the history of modern India. Ever since we have gone independent, the Britishers did not loot us so much as the politicians have.
Protesters say corruption is a part of everyday life in this country. But a movement has been started, and the government is listening after well-known activist 72-year-old Anna Hazare vowed to fast until death, or until the government agreed on legislation that creates an anti-corruption watchdog that has teeth and is not run by politicians. After 5 days of fasting and agreement, a new bill will be drafted by both activists and government ministers, and if passed, headed by a citizen. Broad corruption legislation has come up in India's parliament for decades and never passed. These citizens hope this time will be different. Sarah Seidner, CNN, New Delhi.